Hey guys, it's Mr. Sheeline here. So this is going to be that video mentioned in the instructions where I'm going to walk you through how it is that I want you to be showing your work for pretty much moving forward these kinds of questions. Okay, so real quick, just a quick little diddly about why it is important to show your work, because I know I've been in your shoes before. I've always hated showing my work as a student. It's really time consuming, and it's just boring and it's tedious. Like I get that, but what's important about showing your work is the fact that you are not only showing me that you can do these kinds of problems. Not only is it doing that, it's also reinforcing in your brain the steps and the processes and the strategies that we use in order to solve problems. So it's not just you needing to show me what you're doing. It's getting you in the habit of showing and figuring things out, and showing yourself that you can figure these things out, because that's arguably that is the thing I want you to do. I can't tell you how great it can feel that you don't know the answer to a problem. You start writing it out, you start writing all your variables, you're showing your work, you're going through the steps, and a problem that you thought that you couldn't solve, you're now solving, and you've got it exactly right. You're looking at the answers, let's say you're practicing, and then you see the answer, and you're exactly right. Like, that's a great feeling, okay? And I want you to kind of chase that, and this is one of those strategies to chase that, is showing your work, and again, showing me that you can do it, getting into the habit of doing things, and showing yourself that you can do this. So that's my pep talk there. So you're going to be given problems that kind of look like this. So I'm just going to read this out. So John ran 500 meters in 60 seconds. How fast was he running? Okay. So you'll see most of the questions you'll be seeing when we're dealing with speed, and when we get to velocity, when we get to forces, this is what it looks like. So what we're going to do, and this part right here is just going to be, more or less just what we've already been doing. I'm going to first, before writing anything down, I really want to identify what I have and what I don't have. So in this word problem, though it is super simple, I've got 500 meters here, okay, and it says that he ran 500 meters, and it says in 60 seconds. So that tells me that this dude traveled a distance of 500 meters in this time frame, 60 seconds. So here is what I want to see in your work. Okay, what I want to see is like what we've been doing on those Google Sheets. I want you to show me the variables, okay? So over here, I'm going to write down the variables that I have and that I don't have, that I'm going to try to solve for. So I come across 500 meters. So I'm going to write D is equal to 500 meters, okay, in 60 seconds, so that's my time, okay, in 60 seconds. And then the question is asking how fast was he running. That's going to be my speed, and I don't know what my speed is, okay? So I've got my variables, I've got the variables I know, and then I've got the variable I don't know, okay? Now what I need to do is I need to write down my formula. So my formula in this case, since I'm looking for V, and if I'm having troubles here, I can write out the little triangle. So I need to find V. So I'm going to cover that up, and what I see I've got left with is D over T. So my formula is going to be D over T. Okay. So now I've got my variables, I've got my formula. Let's just plug and chug. Okay. So V is going to be equal to D over T, which is actually going to be 500 meters over 60 seconds. Okay. I'm going to pop that into my calculator. So 500 divided by 60, and I get this. I get 8.33. I'm just going to keep it to that. We got 8.33 or 3 repeating basically. I'm just going to write it to 2 decimal points. So this is actually a pretty good example here. If you get problems where you do have like a repeating decimal, I'm not going to require you guys to put the little symbol up here. You won't get points marked off for that. If you just want to keep it to 8.3 or 8.33, that's fine, okay? So anyway, so then you've got 8.33 meters per second, and then I have my answer. All good to go. Now, let's say you don't trust that, and you're really worried that, ooh, maybe this isn't the right answer. I don't think I was really expecting that. How do I, how is it that I can check that answer? Super simple. Let's use this real quick. Now again, so at this part that I'm at right now, this is just for double checking your work. You don't have to include any of this, okay? All I want to see is pretty much just this right here, okay? So if that's all you need, that's all you need. But a really good way to double check your work, double check this answer. Let's just plug it back in. Well, let's say that we are trying to find D. We don't know what D is. So we're just going to cover D up, and we're going to multiply our speed by our time. So 8.33 times our 60 seconds. And that's going to give us, so that would be 8.33 times 60 is going to give us 499.8. Okay, not exactly 500, but super duper close. Okay, so close in fact that that's pretty much what we should have expected. Like it's literally just 0.2 units away from being 500. So this I would say is good. Let's say we want to try something else. So let's say we want to cover up time, and so we're going to double check it again. So it looks like it's going to be D over V. So that would be 500 over 8.33. Okay, so and I'm going to pop that into my calculator, and I would get 60.024. So that's super close to 60. So it looks like to me that the answer is 100% correct. So there's really I don't need to do anything else. This is the answer. I'm good to go. Okay. So again, what I just did was just, showing you a strategy and how you can, double check your work. Okay. So that's the video, guys. So this is what I want to see from that worksheet I just posted. There's only 10 questions. So go ahead. Go complete those 10 problems. Just one thing, just keep in mind that in those questions, you're going to be asked to solve these in kilometers per hour. So just make sure you keep track of your units. I don't have you guys convert anything yet. We'll be doing that later on. For right now, if your distance is in meters, time is in seconds, velocity is going to be speed is going to be in meters per second. If your distance is in kilometers and your time is in hours, your answer is going to be in kilometers per hour. Okay, simple enough, just keeping it simple. We're just kind of taking a look at it. We'll get into converting that a little bit down the road. Okay, so anyway, that's the video. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know.